so hello and welcome back to Books and Things. Now today I think this should be a fairly quick video. I just have a few announcements to make about this channel and stuff in general. Primarily I want to talk about my upcoming Victorian series on the Victorian novel. A while ago, back in Victorian October, I did a video on my hypothetical Victorian literature course and people seemed like they liked the idea, so it's now going to become a not-so-hypothetical Victorian novel course, which I will be kind of running on my channel over the next, I don't know, few years, let's say. I'm going to do them quite spread out. So I just wanted to quickly talk today about what that will be like and also to run through a few other announcements. So before I go on to the Victorian novel series, firstly I just wanted to say a quick thank you to everybody. I recently reached 3,000 subscribers, which is very exciting and is quite a lot of people, which is cool. So I wanted to thank everybody who watches my videos. I really am very grateful. I know everybody says that, but everybody says that because it's true. And it's nice to find other people who like the same books as me and who enjoy watching me ramble at great speed about various literary fiction and short stories and Victorian literature. So yes, thank you very much. The other thing I want to mention is that I've actually just started a new job. I say I've just started a new job. On filming this, I'm just about to start a new job, but by the time you see this, because I'm filming in advance, I will have probably been at the new job for a couple of weeks and hopefully will be enjoying it. I work in publishing. For the last year I've been working at a co-edition packager. A co-edition packager is basically a company who come up with ideas and put together a book and then sell that book on to another publishing company. So that's the company I've been working at for the last year in illustrated non-fiction in the editorial department. I'm now moving to a bigger company. I'm moving to Octopus Publishing, which is part of the Hachette group. I'm still going to be working in editorial. I'm still going to be working on illustrated non-fiction, but it's a bigger company and I'm looking forward to it. I hope it should be good. In terms of other upcoming videos, I'm hoping that soon I will be doing a few more videos with Nick, and also that Nick will be doing some more videos on his own. If you don't know, if you're new to this channel, Nick is my boyfriend who I live with. He's made some videos on this channel before. We've done a few together, and last summer he did like a reading challenge where he spoke about the books that he was reading over the summer. He studies law and recently has been doing a lot of exams. That's why I've been in this room on the sofa rather than in the other room in front of my bookshelf, because his desk is in that room and he has been revising. But hopefully when his exams are finished he'll be making some more videos for this channel. Hopefully he's going to be doing some reading wrap-ups on this channel kind of every few months, sort of seasonal reading wrap-ups of what he has been reading. Another thing that might be coming up is he might be doing a series on this channel on video games and narrative, examining the way that video games use narrative and tell stories in comparison to the way that books do, which I'm looking forward to seeing. So yes, I hope that you will enjoy that kind of content too, but please let me know down in the comments your thoughts on that. Finally, moving on to the main purpose of this video, to tell you about the upcoming Victorian lecture series. I keep on calling it a lecture series. I think it's because when I made my hypothetical Victorian literature course video that I will link down below, it was as a kind of series of lectures. Basically, in my Q&A for reaching 2,000 subscribers, Vanessa from Chbosky, whose channel I will link down below, asked me what my course syllabus or reading list would be if I were a lecturer of Victorian literature at a university. And I got really excited and I came up with a whole list, which I made a video of for Victorian October. And then when I posted that, lots of people seemed to be really keen to hear my thoughts and what I would actually say were I doing that course. So I decided that I would kind of do that on my channel, and I've been formulating a plan. My idea is to basically do a series on the Victorian novel. The videos will be slightly longer and more academic than my normal videos. I say longer, they'll be like half an hour probably, but when I say they'll be half an hour, if I'm aiming for them to be half an hour, they'll probably be longer, because the videos that are normally half an hour, I'm not aiming for them to be half an hour, believe me, I just talk a lot. And basically they'll be looking at 2 Victorian novels, possibly 3, and exploring a particular theme that those Victorian novels I think demonstrate really well. I haven't yet decided whether this series is part of my series How to Speak Victorian, or whether How to Speak Victorian, which there's been a few videos of in the last few weeks, is now done, and How to Speak Victorian was maybe the introduction. That was the introduction to the Victorian period and Victorian literature, and now this is a separate thing on the Victorian novel. I can't decide. Please let me know what you think. And if it's a different thing, which maybe it is, then I need a proper name for the series, and I can't think up a name for the series. How to Speak Victorian is a fun name. The problem with How to Speak Victorian is it's really long. If I have a video, for example, that is looking at class in the Netherworld and North and South, then to fit into a video title, Class of the Netherworld, North and South, and How to Speak Victorian is just too long. So maybe I needed a shorter name and maybe a hashtag for this thing. I don't know. I'm gonna have a think and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Basically, my idea is that every 2 months, I'm gonna say every 2 months, I'll be posting a new video, quite long, as I say, maybe half an hour, looking at 2 particular Victorian novels and the way that they explore a particular theme. The reason why I'm doing it every 2 months is partly so that I have a chance to reread any books that I haven't read for a while and I want to familiarise myself with, and also so that anybody who wants to, who is watching the videos, can also read the books as well. My aim is that in, say it's a half-an-hour video, the first 15 minutes will be spoiler-free. I'll talk about the themes in general and how they come up in the book, but I won't give away anything major. And then in the second half of the video, there will be spoilers and I will talk much more in depth about the plot and things that happen later. I think that will work well in that I can talk in depth about all the things that I wouldn't be able to talk about without spoiling things, but it means that if you haven't read the book, you can also still enjoy the video in some way and get something out of it. So I have made a Goodreads group for this, which I will link in the description down below, and please go and join if you're interested in kind of joining in with reading and with looking at these books and watching these videos. I wanted to make a Goodreads group so that I can make like discussion boards and forum chats for us to talk about the particular books that we're looking at like every 2 months, so that we can have like a proper discussion about it. I thought that might be fun. So basically, if you're interested in taking this Victorian literature course, then you can join the Goodreads group and we will chat then. I will also update the Goodreads group with like a schedule of what books and themes will be discussed when. Basically at the start of each video I will announce what the books will be for the next time, in 2 months' time. My original video on my plan for the hypothetical Victorian literature course will be linked below. I will probably in general follow the novels and the structure and the timeline I set out there, but it might not be exactly that because I need to like think and plan properly. Regardless, the first video in this series, which will be up in March, I think, will be on Jane Eyre and Grey Expectations. And this one will not have a theme, it will just be like an introduction to the Victorian novel. Like the first lecture of the course at university where everyone's getting settled in and you're having like an introduction to what the Victorian novel is. Because I think Jane Eyre and Grey Expectations are both really interesting quintessential examples of the Victorian novel. I think they both explore issues and themes that are important in a lot of Victorian novels, and I think they're quite interesting to compare together. I definitely want to reread them to like refresh my memory and think about how they work together, and then I will be doing a video, like I said, probably around in the middle of March about how those two work together. The next video after that will probably be on industrialisation in North and South and hard times, but like I said, I will confirm nearer the time when I am a bit more certain of what I'm doing. I'm really excited about this. I think it should be a really fun ongoing project on my channel, and because I think I had like over 15 themes I wanted to talk about, like it's going to be going on for a while. I don't want to do it every more than 2 months because I don't think I'll have the time to prepare properly for those videos, but I'm really hoping that this could be a fun thing on my channel and I hope that people will enjoy it. Please let me know what you think down in the comments about this idea, and if you have any ideas for a snazzy name for the series, because I have none. Currently it's just called the Victorian Lecture Series in my head and I feel like it needs something more fun. Unless it is part of How to Speak Victorian, which maybe it is. Anyway, I don't know, that's beside the point. Thank you very much for watching, thank you very much for being subscribed and being here, I really appreciate it. I'll be back very soon with another video. In the meantime, as always, happy reading and, you know, happy Victorian reading because the Victorians were awesome.